بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, backbiting eats away at a man's faith faster than a cangreous sore can eat away to the inside. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله الغيبة أسرع في دين الرجل المسلم من الآكلة في جوفه. الغيبة أسرع في دين الرجل المسلم. رجل كما تعلمون men and women كما أو أسرع من الآكل في جو. الآكل that means the disease الأمراض اللي موجودة مثل السرطان نعوذ بالله الجنجرين. يقول الغيبة في دين المسلم أسرع. That means if a Muslim he used backbites of other Muslims, that means his religion will be so away to run from him. He's going to be without a religion. Without a religion. So what is the person if he is not having a religion? He is nothing. He is nothing. Absolutely. With Islamic laws, we reach to issue number 430, and still with the three bloods of the women. And he said in this issue, if before each prayer the bleeding of a woman with excessive istihada stops and starts again. So this woman with what? With excessive istihada. And that excessive istihada stops for a while, then it starts again. She must perform one ghusl for each prayer. That means the same hukum. It happens sometimes that the bleeding of the excessive istihada stops for a while, and you think that the excessive istihada is stops, or it will be changed into medium or little istihada, but unfortunately it is continuous as what? As excessive istihada. In this case, she needs to do what? She needs to do her obligatory duty. What is the obligatory duty of the excessive istihada? Yes. Yes. Yes, please. Ghusl for each salah, and as I recommended for wudu for... Give her the mic. Give her the mic. Okay. So, can you repeat that again, please? Yes.
Yes. Ghusl for each salah. And if a woman wants...
That's it. This is the obligatory duty.
Okay.
Yes, the obligatory duty is ghusl for each salah. Ghusl for each salah. If she likes to perform the recommended duty, what she is going to do? Yes, Isra? Zaman, yes.
She can perform ablution before her ghusl.
Good. She can perform ablution before ghusl. Okay, I need one of you. Okay, let me continue, because if I change the program of the recording, it will be something. Thank you, Zaman. Issue number 431. If the excessive istihada of a woman becomes slight, now the excessive istihada becomes what? Becomes qalila. All right? She must do things required of a woman with excessive istihada for the first prayer. Why? Yes, Zaman. Have the mic. Yeah, okay.
If her istihada change, she must perform the
Previous. Great. So she has to perform the previous obligatory duties, the previous status. All right? Good. Thank you very much. And for subsequent prayer, for example, if her excessive istihada changed to slight istihada before what? Before dhuhr salah. Before dhuhr salah. For dhuhr salah, she has to perform what? Ghusl. Why? She has a slight istihada. Because she has to perform what? The obligatory duties of the previous status. Great. And for the next salah, for the subsequent salah, which is what? Which is the Asr prayer, what she has to do? She needs to just ablution. Great. She must do the things required of a woman with slight istihada. Furthermore, if medium istihada becomes slight, medium istihada becomes what? Becomes slight. A mustahada woman must do the things required of a woman with medium istihada for the first prayer, as we said, because the medium istihada, it was her previous status, and she has to perform the obligatory duties for the medium istihada for what? For the first salah. And the subsequent salah, for example, dhuhr, and the asr salah, she has to perform what? She has to perform her actual state, the medium istihada, or the little istihada, sorry. If she has not done so, okay. A mustahada must do the things required of a woman with medium istihada for the first prayer, if she has not done so already. Let me go back for the last part of this issue 431. If she has not done so already, yes, from medium perform the medium istihada obligatory duties for dhuhr, for example, when she has for asr. Very good, excellent, excellent. Did you understand this part or not? No. Good, good answer. This lady, she has medium istihada, okay? Then her medium istihada changed to what? Changed to little istihada before Salat al-Dhuhr. Now, before Salat al-Dhuhr, she doesn't perform the medium istihada obligatory duty. What is her obligatory duty? Is to perform what? Ghusl. And wudu for ghusl for 1 day, one ghusl for a day, one ghusl for a day, and ablution for each salah, wudu for each salah. Now this lady has done what? Has done only ablution for dhuhr. What she needs for the asr? She needs ghusl and ablution. And yes, as a recommended precaution, to repeat the salah for Sayyid. You understand this? I think we took that, but you didn't pay attention for it, and we explain it. Yes, yes, I know. Issue number 432. If a mustahada woman neglects any one of the obligatory rules, her salah will be void. This is a very important issue. This is a verdict. This is a fatwa. You have to pay attention. Again, if a mustahada woman with slight istihada, with medium istihada, with excessive istihada, if she neglects her duty, her obligatory rules, her salah will be what? Void. She thought that she did pray. She thought that she did all her worship acts. But in reality, she did not. She did not. For this reason, Sayyid Sistani make an issue at the beginning of the jurisprudence issue. It said it is obligatory on a Muslim to study and understand and inquire all the problems of the daily problem. It is really dangerous. It is not easy. So if you are in one of these three levels or status, and you did not do the obligatory duties, your salah is what? Is void. That means you need to what? To do qada for it. I think this issue we should make it with a red line. Yes. We have to make it with a red line because it is dangerous. Really, it is dangerous. And we have to pay attention of it because this is our worship acts. The first thing which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala going to ask us about is what? Is our salah. Is our salah. Issue number 433. If a woman who is in little or medium istihada wishes to engage in an act which requires wudu as a prerequisite, like what? Like yes, just reciting the verses of the Quran, or not reciting but touching, yes, touching the verses of the Quran. As you know, touching the verses of Quran, it is haram without tahara. If you have, without performing ablution or tahara, you have to touch it from the outlines, from the marks like this. Okay? And it's better not to do it. So, if a woman who is in little or medium istihada wishes to engage in an act which requires wudu as a prerequisite, like touching the script of the Quran, etc., she should make, sometimes if you, I don't have the $100 on me. Anybody has $100? معك واحد شايل $100؟ اوكي. الألف دينار القديم هذا بال 1000 IQDs Iraqi IQDs، هذا اللي كان الفيرس اوف قل هو الله أحد. اي هذه حرام ترى تجيسوها وانتم ما متوضين. It is haram to touch the name of Allah without tahara, just like what it is written in the Bill of 100. In God we trust. God. This is the name of Allah. Or in the 1000 IQDs, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. It is haram to touch it without tahara. Anyhow, she should make the wudu for the purpose. The wudu made specifically for salah would not be sufficient. The wudu for salah would not be suffice. So she needs to make, this is the slight istihada and the medium istihada. The wudu is not enough. If she wishes to touch after the salat, is cover. Look. The wudu made specifically for salah would not be sufficient. If you said, I just perform my what? My ablution for the salah. So this is the permission, or it granted me to touch the script of the Quran? No. We need a new ablution for what? For touching the script of the Quran. It would not be sufficient if she wishes to touch after the salah is over. after the salah is over, and she wants to touch what? She wants to touch the script of the Holy Quran. Okay? The script of the Quran. The words. So what she has to do? Go and renew your ablution and go and touch the Quran with medium and slight istihaba. Huh? Because that's ablution only for the salah. Yes. Issue number 434. It is lawful for a mustahada who has performed her obligatory ghusl to go to a mosque, masjid, and stay in it after she having what? After she having her obligatory ghusl, she can go to the mosque and to halt in the mosque and to recite a verse with an obligatory sajda. All right? And for her husband to have sexual intercourse with her, even if she has not done the other things that she would have done for prayer. Even not having what? Even if she does not have the ablution for the prayer. Such as changing the piece of cotton and the sanitary pad or other observant item or another observant item. In fact, these acts are permitted even if she has not performed ghusl. Some of the acts when she has finished all her status of istihada and she checked that she is clean, she can do all these things, okay, without doing her ghusl. Is this understood? Huh? Now they change it. The old one has the old one has the verse of Holy Quran, قل هو الله أحد الإخلاص. But then because of this haram, so they change it. Do you remember the old press? It was. Not only the Christian, even the Muslims, if they are not on tahara, it is haram on them. Issue number 435. If a woman with excessive or medium istihada wants to recite a verse with an obligatory sajda, what are the verses of the obligatory sajda? We have the 4 verses. Make it easy. السجادة فصلت والنجمة علقت. Like this verse. السجادة فصلت والنجمة علقت. السجدة فصلت النجم العلق. Definitely not all the verse. It's just a part of them. Yes. So, if a woman with excessive or medium istihada wants to recite a verse with an obligatory sajda, before the time for prayers, or if she wants to go to a mosque, then based on recommended precaution, this is as a recommended precaution, she should perform ghusl. The same applies if her husband wants to have sexual intercourse with her. She as a recommended precaution, not obligatory, but as a recommended precaution. She has to perform what? She has to perform ghusl. With the excessive. Issue number 436.
Excessive or medium?
Excessive or medium, yes. Issue number 436. Do you have a question? Anybody has a question? No question? Okay. Yes.
Could you please repeat issue 435?
35. If a woman with excessive or medium?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. If a woman with excessive or medium istihada wants to recite a verse with an obligatory sajda, the 4 verses, before the time for prayers, if she wants to go to a mosque, that means or, if she wants to go to a mosque, then based on recommended precaution, she should perform ghusl. As a recommended precaution, she should perform ghusl. The same applies, that means she should, as a recommended precaution, perform ghusl if her husband wants to have sexual intercourse with her. Because as you know, with the istihada woman, her husband can have bed with her. Doesn't matter. Okay? But she needs, alaykum salam, but she needs what? She needs only to wash her private parts. That's it. Issue number 436. Any question? Another question, please? Any question? No question? Okay. Salat al-ayat. You know Salat al-ayat when it happened. It happens when we have the earthquake, the black storm or the red storm, all right, the solar, due to solar or lunar eclipses, etc. Is obligatory for mustahada women. Definitely this salah, it is obligatory. This salah, it is obligatory. Just like the 5 daily salah, just like Dhuhr, Subuh, Maghrib, Isha. Yes, it is obligatory. So for a mustahada woman, and she should follow all the rules which have been explained in relation with the daily prayer. That means she has to do her obligatory duties and to perform this salah. Is this understood?
Yes.
Okay. Issue number 437. When Salat al-Ayat becomes obligatory for a mustahada woman at the time of daily prayer. At the time of daily prayer. For example, it happens when? It happens before Dhuhr prayers. So now the Dhuhr prayer is set in, all right? And the lunar also it happens. So here, at the time of daily prayer, and she wishes to offer these 2 prayers, one after the other, she cannot, as per obligatory precaution, offer both of them with one wudu and one ghusl. What does that mean? She needs to perform ghusl or wudu for Salat al-Dhuhr and Salat al-Asr. After she finishes, she has to perform another wudu or ghusl for the ayat prayer. Issue number 438. All of you do these obligatory duties?
Inshallah in the future.
Yeah. It is really important to understand it and to work thoroughly.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Issue number 438. If a mustahada wants to make up qada prayers, she wants to make qada prayers, then for each prayer she must do everything that is obligatory on her for performing prayers within their prescribed time ada. And based on obligatory precaution for qada prayers, she cannot suffice with the things that she has done for ada prayers. Look. Now she wants to perform what? She wants to perform her qada prayer with her ada prayers. Okay. Is it suffice to have the same obligatory duties, or she needs, just like Salat al-Ayat, to have a separate tahara? So that obligatory on her for performing prayers within their prescribed time and based on obligatory precaution, she needs to do what? For qada prayers, she cannot suffice with the things that she has done for ada prayers. That means she has to renew her what? Her obligatory duties for the qada prayers. Just like Salat al-Ayat, exactly. Just like Salat al-Ayat.
So the same hukum for the Salat al-Ayat, for reciting Quran, for qada prayer, the same.
Exactly, exactly. Last issue number 439. If a person knows that the blood being discharged is not blood from any injury, it is not from any injury, just a blood, but it is not from any injury, but she is uncertain whether it is the blood of istihada, hayd, or nifas. She doesn't know. But what she is what she is sure of, it is not an injury blood. It is not an injury blood. Maybe it is istihada blood. Maybe it is hayd blood. Maybe it is nifas blood. She must act according to the instructions pertaining, then in the event that the blood is not legally ruled, ليس شرعا, as being that of hayd or nifas, she must act according to the instructions pertaining to istihada. So she must consider it as what? Yes. I think I'll send it on Telegram because the monitor is out of the hole right now. Yes. So, yes. Then, the event that it does not have the attributes of other types of blood based on obligatory precaution, she must consider the blood to be istihada. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على